Epic Games will not like the fact that I am making this video. Fortnite is almost over, and the next big thing happening in-game will be the live event featuring Galactus. Version 14.5 is almost through the staging servers and is pretty much ready to be released, and we should expect to see that update come out this next week. With that patch, it's very likely we could see our very first real leaks for the upcoming event, which, if things go according to plan and the season does not get extended, the season should be ending this month, and which means we should have just a few weeks left until we actually get to see Galactus try and consume our world. Remember, Donald Mustard and Epic Games have explicitly said that this event will be the biggest one that they've ever done in the history of Fortnite, and it will change the game forever. Considering all of the bold events we've had and outlandish things occur, that's a very strong claim, but I'm inclined to believe them considering we skipped an event last season. There was no event last season, so that makes me think that they were working hard on making this one really, really special. So when Galactus actually gets here, what do we expect? What will happen? In this video, we are going to go over and discuss exactly that. If you want to win free V-Bucks, if you want to play with me, if you want to even choose my profile picture for 24 hours, come on over to my live stream. It's in the description below, caffeine.tv/Dr. P. There are always tons of opportunities to win and get involved for yourself, and I even give away a free gift to a random new follower every stream. So if you want to win, you got a lot of opportunities. Come by, please click the follow, and let's get on with the video. Galactus is on the way, and if you look in the sky, he's actually getting very big, meaning his arrival is imminent. But when he gets here, what is actually gonna happen? Well, in my mind, it's gonna go one of several different ways. The first way is we will be sitting back and watching an event in which all of the heroes from the battle pass end up fighting against Galactus, and we're just bystanders and we're just watching it go down, much like we have most of the previous events. The second way would be we actually get involved to fight against Galactus, and so maybe we would have different tasks to do, different sort of things objectively to do during the event to help take down Galactus, and maybe if we aren't fast enough or successful enough in our attempts, we could actually be a cause that Galactus wins. And I kind of like that idea. I kind of like leaving it up to the players to decide what is actually going to happen. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain that every event we've ever witnessed, storyline related at the very least, has been sort of predetermined, and we've just sort of been along for the ride to see what happens. Remember, Epic Games said this would be the biggest and craziest event they've ever done, and it will change the history of Fortnite forever. If that's true, then who's to say they might not take a step in this direction and make it so the players are directly involved and ultimately might be responsible for the outcome. There's also one more possibility that I think could happen, and it's an interesting one, so think about it and just follow me here. So we all know that over the course of this season, there have been new bosses added to the game as new heroes have progressed or maybe come to the island or found us. So a good example of this is Iron Man. When the season started, Iron Man was not a boss. He was a Battle Pass skin, but later in the season, Stark Industries came around, and then Iron Man became a boss with his own unique drops. He's got the gauntlets, and he's got his Unibeam. The same thing can be said of Wolverine. When the season first started, Wolverine was not wandering Weeping Woods. Later in the season, though, Wolverine became an available boss for us to fight and get unique weapons from. What if for some period of time, maybe before the event, maybe after the event, who knows? But what if Galactus actually becomes an available boss for us to fight in-game? Now, he would probably be very strong, he would probably take a lot to kill, and the more I think about it, if this happens, it would be more likely to be sort of a group event, which leads me back to one of my earlier theories I talked about in this video, where collectively as a community, we would need to fight against him. So even if he doesn't become the same exact thing you'd think of as a boss with Wolverine, Iron Man, that kind of thing, he could still end up easily being a thing that we fight against, and maybe and just maybe, if we kill him, we could end up getting some sort of weapon or a new mythic or maybe even some new rarity item to use in-game, even for maybe just a brief period of time following the event and leading up to Season 5, kind of like what happened with the water wall storm we had at the end of Season 2. I personally get really excited about this event, especially now that they have proclaimed it to be the most important event in Fortnite's history and the biggest one they've ever done. That gets me really excited, and it might sound cheesy and corny, but it sends shivers down my spine. As I mentioned earlier in this video, the new update coming out soon, version 14.5, is basically done and it's almost completely in the staging servers, and that means that we should be getting it early next week. Also, it's very possible that we can start getting our first bits of event files in the leaks, which would mean we would have more concrete information to talk about and more information available for us to judge about what's going to happen during the upcoming event. As I was looking up into the sky to find Galactus to try and record some content for this video, I made an interesting discovery that I don't know if it means anything, and let me just go ahead and say right now, it could mean nothing. It could mean absolutely nothing. But I do at least want to share it with you for a couple reasons I'm about to share it right now. So as you can see, right below Galactus in the sky, out in the distant islands, you can see there is some sort of a light at the top of this mountain. Now, this is interesting because it's not the first time that we have actually had a light on a distant island. If you'll remember, back in Chapter 1, there was a light out on a distant island, and one of the theories at that point in time when it was first discovered was that it was actually home to the prisoner, the guy that was in Polar Peak that the Ice King was holding captive. Now, whether that was true or not, really we don't have enough information to say, and it could be a glitch, but I kind of think it's interesting that it's literally right where Galactus is in the sky, very close proximity. Now, also, remember what we talked about a couple videos ago where I said Donald Mustard basically confirmed that the Chapter 2 map, in a sense, is the Chapter 1 map, just with the matter rearranged? That would mean that light is the same light from Chapter 1. If nothing else, it's just really cool, and maybe it's a coincidence, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Guys, please drop a like on this video, subscribe, and follow me on Caffeine in the link below so I don't go broke, because I give away thousands of dollars every single month to you guys in V-Bucks and gifts and stuff like that. I really don't want to go broke. I really like my house. I want to stay here. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you a little bit later. Have a great one, and peace out.